it. We did it again. Here we are. It's Friday, and we survived another week.
I survived a cold.
Yes, you did.
More
and
of
you
a
feel
flu.
better.
It was more of a flu than a cold.
He was very sick.
I'm not so sick anymore.
And you're on holidays next week.
Hey, that timed out well.
Yes, absolutely. A couple of things I want to take care of just before we get started. Huge thank you to KC Security for sponsoring us. The jingle.
Oh, KC Security, they're there for you. They're there for you and me. KC Security. Coffee.
Also, a huge best wishes to our executive director.
What is he?
Mr. Craig Huckerby.
Is that what he's called?
Happy birthday, Craiger. You.
Executive director.
Executive director.
Happy birthday, Craig Huckerby.
Thank you so much for, thinking of me when you needed somebody. And him.
He didn't
Appreciate
think of
it.
me.
No, you thought of your own self.
No, he did though. He thought this was his idea.
It was. To
So blame him.
Yeah, so blame him.
Don't blame us. We're just showing up. It's all Craig's fault.
We're just doing what we're told.
Exactly.
Happy birthday.
Okay. Craig's birthday
Yes.
is the same day as Bill Cosby's. Bill's 82. Happy birthday in prison, Bill. Along with Malala Yousafzai. Malala's. Okay, are you ready for this?
How old is she now?
You're not even ready. This is a young woman from Pakistan,
Remember?
right? Okay, who was shot at dragged off a bus and shot because
when she was a child.
She was blogging about the Sharia law taking over in Pakistan. After all she's been through, she's 21. She's just 21 years old. She was 50. It's been 6 years, I think. She's been on the national sort of scene for speaking out against
Pulitzer Prize awards and all.
Nobel Peace Prize.
Yes,
the youngest ever.
Unbelievable. She's 21.
21.
I'd be sort of sitting there. Okay, now what? So now what am I supposed to do?
How do you top that? No,
right?
Well, because she just had to top it. She just carries on.
Oh, good for her. Man.
I know.
What a lesson.
Also on this day, this is wild, Luann. The Rolling Stones had they're in the news again because they're performing.
Yeah.
They're touring. Mick Jagger going strong.
After heart surgery.
And actually cracking people up because he's being very topical. In Canada, he was talking about Ford and Buck a Beer.
Yeah.
And he's talked about Trump.
He's really done his research.
He does his research where he goes.
Awesome.
So anyway, in 1962, the Rolling Stones had their first performance at the Marquee Club in London.
Oh my
57 years they have been performing and they're still on their game.
And he is just preening like he always has. And everybody sounds amazing still. Good on them, man.
And no surgery.
No surgery, right? Yeah.
Oh,
definitely.
look at them back in the day, hey?
Yeah, my goodness.
Well, happy birthday, Rolling Stones.
Yes, good for you. Carry on, young men.
And on this day in 1843, the Mormon leader Joseph Smith says God allows polygamy. There you go.
Of course he said that.
Yeah.
Because he wanted to have 14 wives.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. Hey, R. Kelly was arrested again.
Oh, speaking of having multiple...
This guy, previously he was facing 11 counts of sexual assault.
Oh,
he was also
11?
in prison. Yeah, he was also in prison because he hadn't paid $161,000 in child support. Well, most recently, he's been charged on federal sex crimes in Chicago.
Yeah. Wasn't he the one crying on camera saying, this isn't me?
With Gail, yeah.
Yeah, he cried and stood up.
And he was pacing and he was walking around and she was just saying,
he's done now, right?
Rick, sit down. Sit down, Rick.
Is he finished now denying then, I guess? I don't know. He's not. No.
Oh, God, no. He said he pled not guilty because his lawyer said he's not guilty.
Wow.
Gee, that's a first.
It's Multicolored Eyes Day, Luann.
Oh. Does red?
Different colored eyes day, not multicolored. Sorry, red.
I'm boiling.
It is hot here. You know why?
You cranked the heat yesterday.
Yesterday when I had the chills, I turned the heat. No one's ever done this time here.
Mama's having a hot flash. I'm just saying.
Oh boy, it is.
Woo.
So anyway, it's Different Colored Eyes Day. That thing is called heterochromia.
Hetero yourself.
Not even know.
Not even hetero.
No,
for you.
my eyes are not different colors, so there's nothing
What is that?
hetero
Oh, that's
about
a
me.
dog.
Different color. It's a dog with different colored eyes.
Yes.
Dogs do have heterochromia.
Yes, they
Huskies
do.
have them a lot.
Yes.
Anyway, some famous people, we were talking about Mick Jagger. I went thinking about Mick Jagger. I think about David Bowie. For some reason, I think, do you ever think like Mick Jagger, David Bowie?
Kind of the same physique, I think.
Well, no, just because they're both British rockers. And wasn't there a story about them actually fooling around together
Doing
once?
it. Yeah. And Rod Stewart was in there too.
Oh my gosh.
Apparently, there was some sperm found in Rod Stewart's stomach at one point.
What are you talking about? What are you
Just
talking about?
Yes.
What are you talking about?
Yes. He was sick and they had to find out something and went into his stomach and there was sperm in there.
I never heard this story.
Yeah.
At breakfast again.
Heavens,
Heavens, Luann!
You're welcome.
Heterochromia, David Bowie. I don't want to see Rod Stewart or his sperm. I
wouldn't mind.
I want to talk about David Bowie's eye colors.
Yes. Look at that.
Heterochromia.
You know what? Especially that shot though. Like he's always been like one to push his image, his visual image. But that one, he looks like he wants to just take a knife out and slit your throat. Don't you think?
Now, so here's the truth: is that we talked about this a little bit before. Sometimes we act on camera because you knew we were going to talk about this because we both went.
Yes.
We didn't know he was dead.
Forgot.
We saw things that David Bowie dies of cancer. I'm like,
I said to Tim,
that's fake.
Is he dead? He's like, I don't know. Google it.
January the 10th, 2016. He's been dead for 3 years. I'm not laughing at him.
We're
the fact
sorry.
that he's dead.
We're sorry that he's passed. Apparently, we missed it. David Bowie. What a huge loss.
Okay, James.
His eyes are closed now, though, so you can't see the hetero thing happening.
James Seymour also has heterochromia, and so does Christopher Walken.
Are they alive?
Yes, Christopher Walken's alive, and he's creepy. Although
Jane's alive too.
Yes,
she looks like she's 14. I want to hit her.
Anyway, I'm sorry. David Bowie died of liver cancer on January the 10th, 2016. It's horrible, and he was David Bowie singing "The Drummer Boy" with Bing Crosby, one of my favorite Christmas songs. It was a beautiful thing. Anyway.
Wow, I've never seen that.
Oh,
really?
It's gorgeous. David Bowie singing in his a voice you're not used to hearing him singing.
Right.
He had a beautiful crooning voice. And then
Really?
Check it out. Bing Crosby and David Bowie singing. He says, "Peace on earth, goodwill to men." David Bowie sings that part, and Bing Crosby sings, "Come, they told me, put up a pum pum."
No way. I'm so checking that out. It's a mashup.
Yeah.
I wonder if he beat David up. Like he beat up
his kids. Oh, he just brought the album cover. Missed that. Okay, can we show the mountain goats?
Yes,
you haven't seen it yet? Okay, so here's the scoop. Olympic National Park in Seattle has had a problem with mountain goats. They were brought there about 100 years ago by people, and they shouldn't have been brought there. Look at Luann, those are goats.
What? Oh my God, what are they doing to them?
Look at them.
Put me down, I want to get down. I don't like this. I just want to do yoga. Put me down, why am I flying? Put me down. Why are they doing
They're like the lady in the... Oh, look.
Lady in the...
I'll tell you why, Lou.
I hope they...
Look at them setting them free.
Are they
run,
stoned?
goaties, run, go. Yes. Here's what they do.
So they're stoned. Oh, that's okay.
They take helicopters and they tranquilize them with a... Thank you very much for that, Jake. They tranquilize them with an opioid dart, okay?
Awesome.
Then they throw a net over them and then they capture them and they blindfold them and they tie their legs together while they're passed out and then they put them on those little things and then they lift them up in the air and they bring them over and they put them in the new mountain range and then they set them free.
That's got to be fun.
Well, the opioid part.
You know what? That first part sounds like an R. Kelly situation.
So,
with the tying and the
blind. And imagine being a blindfolded goat and you wake up and you're like, what's that sound?
Right?
Where am I? Where is it breezy up here? Where am I?
I don't know what the bags. They look like they could just plop out of there.
So the reason that they're doing it, you might wonder, this is the second year they've done this.
Okay.
Because the park authorities have been they wanted to kill them all.
Oh, well, that's better. It's
So they're
better
going to lose it. So 100 goats were captured last year and moved last summer. 65 to 70 survived the winter. It's a different mountain range. Like they're going from the Olympic National Park to the North Cascades mountain range in Washington, I believe.
And they got a one-way ticket.
Yeah. So 5 of 10 kids made it. Here's the reason. They harm plant life. They're too close to visitors, and they wouldn't be there if human hadn't brought them. And they're dangerous. In 2010, a hiker was fatally gored by a mountain goat.
No.
Yeah. So they shouldn't be there. So this is what they're doing. They tranquilize them,
goats,
airlift them.
You're lucky. You killed somebody. Somebody else might just come with a gun and go.
Wild. The things
you're getting hoisted out of there. Good for you.
Yeah, it's called correcting historical wildlife management mistakes.
Holy.
That'd be like impeaching
Who's paying
Trump.
for that? I just thought of that. Who's paying for the pilot and and all the drugs, the opioids?
Well, the park, the national park budget.
Yeah?
Which has probably dwindled now because of the July 4th party.
Yes, and all the goats.
I mean, just shoot the goats now. That's okay. More fireworks for us. Okay, anyway, more tanks on the hill. Okay.
More tanks.
Shoot the goats, more tanks. Fly the 4th.
That could be like a new recreational activity. Get on your bike, hike the mountain, shoot the goat, and keep going. Never mind.
You can eat it.
Who's coming up on the show today?
Okay, well, today this is bad.
Yeah, we're way over. Sorry about that.
Are we?
Yes. Oh, wait.
Oh,
we're like
we gotta
14 minutes over.
No, really?
Yeah, hurry up.
I don't know. You're okay. Who's on the show? The pressure's scaring me. The cabin. Oh, the cabin has finally arrived. The final chapter of the St. Mary's College cabin has arrived at Pancake. You rented it.
Jim and I have rented it for the long
Wait till
weekend.
you see
Can't
this.
wait.
Wait till you see the finished product. Almost finished. And then, Stage 1 RotaryFest music. Sean Antler's here. And Humane Society for Info this Friday. Plus, Luann has the news. What more do you want? Stay where you are. This is going to be great.
No goats in the news.
But, see you right after this.
If you're struggling with thoughts of suicide, there is hope and there is help. You matter. The National Suicide Prevention Lifeline is available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. The calls are free and confidential. Call 1-800-273-TALK. That's 1-800-273-8255. You are not alone.
Shoulders, knees and toes, eyes and ears and mouth and nose. Head, shoulders, knees and toes, eyes and ears and mouth and nose. Head, shoulders, knees and toes.
Hi, can I take your order? Hello?
Oh, hey. Wait, what was the question?
Let me guess. One driving high combo, extra baked?
No? Could I get a burger with a side of fries?
Think you're a better driver when you're high? Think again. If you've smoked weed, wait at least 4 hours before getting behind the wheel, or don't drive at all if you're new to it, have eaten it, or if you've mixed it with alcohol.
We're live on location, mornings with Luann and Tim. Good morning, Adriano Carota. How are you?
I'm excellent. How are you?
I'm great. Well, look where we are. Who can't be great?
This is fantastic. Beautiful day.
Beautiful. This is the final resting place for the cabin from St. Mary's College. You guys have seen this on the show. We talked about it. We did 2 installments on this cabin already. This is the final chapter. It's home to stay.
Yeah, we really appreciate the coverage because it's fascinating what the kids have done from ground to right at the very top of the roof.
Your role with the Catholic School Board, with the Huron Superior Catholic District School Board, is experiential learning. Can you explain a little bit about your role and what experiential learning means to students?
So this role became new last year. Okay. The government put it in to try to expand the amount of experiential learning, so hands-on, real-life experiences that the students can have outside of the classroom in the school day. And so this is sort of one of the best examples of it.
Right. But this is only one example. There are other areas of experiential learning in the arts as well, I would imagine. I know, like, for instance, I think with the public board, they did the pianos, painting the pianos downtown. That's part of their experiential learning. What other kinds of programs are included in experiential learning?
It ranges across arts into health education as well.
Really?
Computers, all the way from grade kindergarten up to grade 12, actually. So there's a lot going on in experiential learning.
So, and obviously the kids benefit, we all know, we've talked about this on the show before when we talked about this cabin, about the trades and about we need tradespeople in this country to fill the jobs that aren't getting filled otherwise. This is something that a lot of the kids are actually getting hands-on experience. Great for a resume, great for going on to post-secondary.
This is the best of a resume builder you can have. You're actually doing it. You're learning it. We've had a lot of professionals. Eugene Pagliaro's father, for example, the electricians involved in this, and they did an excellent job of teaching the kids and guiding them along.
Everything from having to read the blueprints to then having to... They didn't have to price stuff out on this, but I mean, they obviously had to get the supplies and see what the supplies involved. Then the actual building, the planning. Then moving this thing out here, how did that happen? Who made that happen?
Well, Ontario Parks took care of that with, I think it was AES Solar who did that. But if you have a chance to go around to the back and see the piers that they're sitting on, it must have been a really scientific project to get it on the actual piers.
Now, strangely enough, when we pulled up here, Adriano, there was a family that was taking a look. Because this is an open house today, showing off this amazing structure and the interior, which is also gorgeous. We'll show you a little tour of that later on. But there was a family here that said, hey, this was the site where we always had our family gatherings. It'd have like 20 to 30 people in a powwow kind of sitting around here, for family reunions. This is a prime site, though. Like, I'm sitting here, we'll get the view, looking at Lake Superior from here. People are going to love that. And the lady who was here from the family said, this is the perfect spot for this. I mean, ideal, right?
It is. When we drove up, I didn't expect it to be on the elevation. And so the porch that we're sitting on here is just fantastic. And when you turn around, you see the beautiful view of the lake. It really is prime. And I think it really did a nice facelift to this lot.
Yeah, for sure. And it's a good size inside. What's the square footage in there?
I believe it's around 500 square feet.
Yeah. So, and comfortably we sleep 2, 4, I would say 6 people.
Easily 6 people for sure. And it's got a beautiful closed-in porch, so if the flies getting in your way, you could just head in there and enjoy the evening and the sunset.
We were talking, when we said, it's so funny, it looks so different here from when it looked at St. Mary's when they were building it. When you put it in this surroundings, it's glorious, right?
I think the people who designed it and thought of the structures around it, it really suits the area. The dark soffit and fascia as well. It's just perfect.
All those final touches. So now the kids right now, not unfortunately they're in exams. Good for them because a lot of them are actually finishing up their last year. A lot of you had everybody from grade 9 through grade 12 involved in this in one way or the other, right?
That's right. Yeah, correct. So we're hoping that being so close to our community, they'll be able to at some point get out here and really experience it.
I know that Eugene, the teacher who was in charge of this whole thing, he was saying that maybe they'd like to try to get the kids together somehow, get them out here for some sort of a celebration at some point as well. But they are in school right now, so they taking exams. They can't be here for the open house. I haven't been here. You've been here since this morning. Have you had some people stopping by?
Yeah, we've had quite a few families stopping by and really impressed, especially when you mentioned that students built it. Yeah. And that was a proud moment for them as well to realize that you're allowing students to really go through that experiential learning process and get to learn by doing.
Do you think there'll be any kind of signage, or will the park let people know about this project? Because this was an original. This was the first time ever. Am I right about that?
First time a high school is completed on Ontario Parks Cabin. I believe they have an order in place for a sign kind of documenting the partnership we had. Ontario Parks has been fantastic throughout this. So it's been a great partnership, and we're hoping to continue it into the future.
Thank you so much for your time. Thanks for inviting us here. Eugene, thank you so much. He's off camera right now. He doesn't want to come on camera. He's very shy. He's very modest. But I want to thank you very much for including us in all of this. It's been a real pleasure watching this happen. And the kids, the young men and ladies have done an amazing job on this. You all should be very proud. And I would rent this in a heartbeat. I'm going to talk to the Parks Canada guys and find out what kind of rates we're looking at here, and also just about the length of stays and how we rent this and how we find out more. So, but congratulations, Adriano.
Thank you very much.
Experiential learning here on Superior Catholic District School Board. And again, thanks to Eugene Pagliaro. Did I say that right? Yeah, okay. He was the teacher who was the driving force behind all this, the inspiration for the kids. They all said that Eugene and his dad were like the reason that they wanted to work so hard,
Absolutely.
Right? Yeah.
They loved it. They did a great job. The Pagliaros did a great job. Eugene was a great mentor to the students.
Yeah, and great support from the board as well, and from St. Mary's College. So let's talk to some of those folks from Parks Canada, see what they think about this whole thing.
You can have dogs here on leash, and then next year.
Joining me now, I think once again, did I speak to you, Kendra, on site at St. Mary's College the day that we were there?
Yes, we did talk.
Nice to see you again.
Yeah, nice to see you.
So, this turned out even more grand than I anticipated. This is stunning, am I right?
Yeah, it's beyond my expectations.
Yours too.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Now, the experience of partnering with the high school, tell me a little bit about Ontario Parks, what you've done in the past, and how this is different.
So Ontario Parks has entered into similar partnerships throughout the province, but this is the very first time that Ontario Parks has entered into a partnership with a high school with a high skilled trades. Yeah. And this is a great partnership. It's very feasible, and it's going to give us an enhanced experience for our park visitors.
Now, so obviously, this sounds like something that you would look into again in the future, another partnership with a high school and maybe even St. Mary's College again, you think?
Most definitely. We would love to explore other future projects with them.
I was speaking with the gentleman, some of the guys outside from the school board, saying, what would it cost, like Eugene, because his father's in construction, he knows. I said, what would a building like this cost? He said about $125,000 through a contractor. This was substantially less going through the students and with the school, so that was good bang for your buck, right?
Yeah, it was very feasible for us to enter into this partnership, and that's definitely why we want to explore other partnerships with them.
Now, speaking of prices, can I ask you, how much would I pay if I wanted to rent this for a night?
So, per night is $125, but it has a 2-night minimum.
That's it? I can get this place for $250 for 2 nights?
Not for 2 nights, $125 per night, but it's a 2-night minimum.
Oh, so I have to stay at least 2 nights?
Yes, yep.
Okay, and $125 a night, minimum 2 nights?
Yes, that's correct.
But there's propane heat for the fireplace, so if I get chilly, I can have a fire at night inside.
Yeah, we offer propane heat, and we also offer a mini fridge, a microwave, a kettle, a coffee maker. We have a barbecue outside.
Propane barbecue hooked up to the propane.
Exactly, so it's very easy. You don't have to call the park warden to bring over a propane tank. You shouldn't run out.
No.
And also, we have electrical also in our sunroom, so you can add a little heater in there if it's a fall cold night, or to play your music.
And you've also got a ceiling fan to keep you cool, and you've got beautiful pot lights. It's a very, I would say it's a private location.
Yeah, very private. That's why we selected it. It's the location is very key. We are actually on Lake Superior, and it's the second cabin ever in Ontario Parks to be on Lake Superior.
No kid. The view is incredible. We're looking right onto the lake from the front, from here, from the sun porch and from the front deck, and you can just walk across the little road and you're on the beach.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
It is Pancake Bay Provincial Park. Mm-hmm. And for more information, hey, how do we get a hold of you? Do you have a website for the park?
Yeah, so you can check us out on ontarioparks.com and just find us as the Pancake Bay link, or you can follow us on Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter.
Kendra, thanks again for your time, and thanks for hosting us here at Pancake Bay. I feel like the luckiest guy alive. I get to come out here for my work day today, so you must love it too.
I feel like the luckiest girl being able to work here.
We'll be back with more Mornings with Luann and Tim after this.
I need to find home care for my dad. My husband can't find a job. Our fights hurt the kids. When you don't know where to turn to 211. the helpline to community and social services in 150 languages. 211 is free, confidential, 24/7, and answered by friendly specialists. Dial 211 or search 211ontario.ca. 211 helps people find the right community and social services. 211, when you don't know where to turn. Supported by United Way, your local community, and the governments of Ontario and Canada.
Imagine knowing about incidents, closures, and roadwork all before starting your trip. Ontario 511 lets you know before you go. You can get real-time information directly from the Ministry of Transportation, because the more you know, the easier it is for you to go. And spend the time doing the things that matter most.
Adoptions create families. Are you thinking of adopting a child from an orphanage or your family in India, Bangladesh, Jamaica, Guyana, or any other country? Let Worldview Adoption, a government-licensed agency with 15 years of experience, help. Parmjeet Mongat and Associates are experienced in handling all adoptions cases, especially relative adoptions with complex immigration issues. For a relative or orphan adoption, domestic or international, call Worldview Adoption for a consultation today.
It's not always this obvious when young people need help. For 30 years, we've shown up for youth. With your donation, you can too.
We were talking about sports and baseball, and so I was throwing paper around, and we got talking about baseball when we were kids. Luann never got chosen for teams, and I said, well, I was left-handed, and I would catch and throw with my left hand. So I would wear the glove on my left hand, catch the ball, take the ball out of the thing, put the glove under my arm, take it, and then throw. I couldn't catch. I've taught myself since. So nobody wanted to be on their team. Nobody wanted to join their baseball team either.
No, twice I was in the field and I was like this. with the
She's
with the
one
glove.
of those people where if a ball comes at her,
I'm running away from. I don't care where you're running to, what base you're on, or what I should do. I am not.
I know people like that. Sue Barber was the same way. You threw a ball and she just ran.
Yeah. Like in volleyball, I kind of got to.
Ran.
Yeah, I just like. But at first I was like, I don't know what it is.
Screamed and ran.
And my brother, Jerry. Oh, he can hit a baseball, and his son Ryan. Oh my God! They come up to plate, and everybody's like, "Oh, here we go again." Home
Does your
runs
family
all
play
the
baseball
time.
together?
Yeah, it's a men's
Cute, eh?
it's a men's league, but
oh, I thought your family you were like.
No.
Oh, I thought all 11 of you. What? How many? No, that was your mother. 36 of them in Espanoodles.
And Jerry, his nickname is Toe.
It's like more than 3 teams.
Yes, his nickname is Toe. And when Ryan joined the team, his son, he was named Baby Toe.
Thanks for the
Only in Espanola, people.
Thanks for the stroll down memory lane. I got upset yesterday. I got upset and I posted about it.
You got upset?
Yes.
I can't even imagine that.
Because I found something out. So, Doug Ford said that Ottawa is not helping Ontario because, the federal government isn't helping Ontario with infrastructure, and the Bombardier's had to fire all those people and stuff because the federal government isn't helping with all the infrastructure plans. That the
liberals.
So then the federal minister of transportation says, "Excuse us, there's $8.3 billion sitting in a pot for Ontario. The federal government has $8.3 billion waiting for transit projects just in Ontario. Billion. $4.9 billion for Toronto alone, and $593 million for Metrolinx, which owns Go.
So basically everything in Toronto.
So the federal government's saying, you didn't come to us with any proposals. We told you time and again, you have to come to us with solid proposals. You can't just say, we've got an idea, give us some money. No.
Well, of course not. Doug Ford doesn't know
But
this?
meanwhile, I'm thinking, doesn't NEORN and CAPT, like the Northeastern Ontario Rail Network, and CAPT, which is the Coalition for Algoma Passenger Trains, they have plans. They want to go, they want to move. And I know that I was talking to Gail Broad, I'm sure it was Gail Broad, wasn't it? Or somebody. Anyway, was talking about there's the possibility of actually having a train that is light enough and fast enough, if they invested the money, that would go from Northern Ontario to Toronto in 4 hours by train.
Oh my gosh.
With light rail systems. And guess who makes the light rail cars? Bombardier. So I'm just thinking,
do it.
Why are we?
He doesn't know how to write a proposal.
There's $8.3 billion sitting there. Okay, $4.9 billion for Toronto. That doesn't even seem fair. How come Toronto gets half of all of the Ontario money for
because
transit?
It's the center of the universe, apparently.
Anyway, I just think that's wrong. And
that's
so
and they're on holidays now for the summer for 5 months.
Oh, I'm angry.
Yes, you are.
Cheer me up. You got anything fun?
Take a deep breath.
I got something fun.
Okay, Ed Sheeran's album's coming out.
That's nice. That'll make me
And
happy.
it's called Collaborations.
Number 6.
He has Camila Cabello. He has Cardi B. He has Eminem. Why? He has Justin Bieber, Khalid, Bruno Mars, and
Bruno Mars and another guy. We talked about him. He has a beard and he sings Chris something. Yeah.
Oh,
the
Chris,
trio thing.
yes,
And that's that really cool song that doesn't sound like Ed Sheeran.
Yes, awesome.
Real
I
variety.
love him. Yeah. You know what? This is such a good idea.
Yesterday he's like number 5 on like the richest people of last year.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's always stretching himself, you know?
You said this
I
is
think it's
awesome and I cut you off.
Yeah. It's going to be his number 6 album.
Oh.
So go pick it up.
Okay, so I have this, I was sharing with you my new obsession is called Obsessed.
Yes, that sounds cool.
Seth Rudetsky, if you would at all like musicals or Broadway or anything like that, or even just like a good laugh, Seth Rudetsky is a very well known. He's a singer. He's been on stage, but he also is a musical genius, piano player. He's worked on a lot of Broadway shows in the pit, so he knows a lot of performers. So he does this thing, Playbill, Obsessed with Seth Rudetsky. It's on YouTube. Check it out. He had Andrea Martin on, and they talked about a game. She said they all actually hang out. Martin Short and Andrea Martin. And
do they?
Yeah, like they go to dinner parties and stuff.
I'm so glad to hear that.
She said, so they're at a dinner party, and they're all sitting around having cups of coffee after dinner. And Martin Short comes up with this idea for a game, which he calls, now that's a good cup of coffee. That's the one line you have to say, and you have to pretend you're in a commercial saying it, and then all the other people critique you and tear you to shreds for how you did the reading, and then everybody has to keep going around the circle.
Oh, that would
and
be
they
fun.
bring celebrities like Tom Hanks and everything, and they all get together.
Is there something in the coffee that's alcoholic, though? That would be even more fun.
I know, because it's after dinner. So the whole idea is to take a sip and go, now that's a good cup of coffee. And then you would criticize, like, that wasn't real at all. You know what I mean?
Okay, you slurped away too loud,
Okay, see,
and you know
that's
what?
how you do it, and you play
Coffee's
with your
supposed to be
friends.
warm, and that's fun.
Check out Andrea Martin on Seth Rudetsky, Playbill, Obsessed, YouTube. You will love it. And he talks to all these Broadway people. So we got a break.
We got
news.
a break. So I have news coming up. Stay with us. That's happening right after this.
Prescription drugs. When used properly, they can help. But last year, more than 80,000 Canadian kids used them to get high, even though it can be very dangerous. Prescription drug abuse. It can damage a teen for life. Get the facts and talk with your kids about prescription drug abuse. Visit canada.ca/drug prevention. A message from the Government of Canada.
At Maitland Ford Lincoln, we see our trucks everywhere. We see them on Queen Street, Lake Street, North Street, Bay Street, 2nd line, 3rd line, 4th line, Pine Street, Great Northern Peoples Road, Wellington, Cora Road, Bruce Street, Carmen's Way, Northern Ave, Trunk Road.
Folks come from all over Algoma District and beyond to buy their truck at Maitland Ford Lincoln. Amazing prices, outstanding service.
King Street, Shannon Road, Gooley Bay, Black Road, Government Road, and even on Pine Shores.
Yep, our trucks are everywhere. Get yours at Maitland Ford Lincoln, built for Northern life, on Great Northern Road, just north of the hospital.
Sioux, Michigan City Police confirm that 2 people are dead after an alleged shooting and suicide on the lawn of a retirement home in the city. According to police reports, an elderly man and woman succumbed after suffering a single shot each. Police responded to the call at around 10:18 yesterday morning. When police arrived, they discovered an elderly man and woman on the grass at the retirement home. The woman was a resident there. A handgun was found next to the victims. Police believe the man shot his wife and then himself. The names of the victims have not been released. A small plane crash just outside of Wawa that we told you about yesterday morning leaves no survivors. According to a news release from the OPP, at least 2 people have been killed, including the pilot. It happened near a power substation in Hawk Junction around 9 yesterday morning. Algoma Power was called in for a power outage in the area. Transport Canada was expected at the scene, and the OPP Forensic Identification Services Unit is also assisting with that investigation. Police in Thunder Bay are asking for help finding a suspected arsonist. They say Stefan Varghese, who's 19 years old, from Bangalore, India, is wanted in connection to 2 recent fires. The first one at a home in the early hours of June 29th left a resident critically injured. Police say a second residential fire took place July 8th, but neither officers nor firefighters were notified at that time. Community members were invited to Algoma University last evening for a town hall session to share their thoughts and visions on the master plan study for the Sault Ste. Marie campus. The study, which is a collaborative endeavor, will focus on the physical growth and development of the post-secondary institution and campus over the next 10 years. This town hall allowed for the community to learn about the project process, objectives, and outcomes while contributing ideas towards campus development.
Well, this is an exciting plan that takes a look at the entire campus and kind of looks forward 10 years on where the potential is, what the possibilities are.
And it's all about processing information and data and trying to come up with the best ideas or what the ones that make more sense.
Dave Ellis has been an associate of mine. We were on the gallery board for about 7 years together. I have a lot of confidence in Dave, but the principal architect I just had a conversation with, and he talks a lot about flexibility, about the idea of making a space reflect let's say the organic requirements of the institution rather than superimposing a plan over top. So I feel pretty good about it.
The Downtown Association with Future SSM saw part of the downtown revitalization process culminate as the final mural was officially revealed to the public. 498 Queen Street East is now home to the last painting created by artist Jerry Rugg, who's better known by his pseudonym Burrow. The internationally traveled artist boasts 15,000 plus followers on his Instagram page, which features his other works of art. Sticking with tradition, each unveiling came with a block party to commemorate the fantastic work done by both local and outsourced artists to add a bit more color into the city's downtown core. Keeping students and youth in mind who were mentored as a part of the process, the city also used the project as a way to give the downtown a sense of identity, as well as increase foot traffic in the important Queen Street area.
Recently, the Government of Ontario established a $100 million affordability fund to help Ontarians who don't qualify for low-income conservation programs ease the burden of their electricity bill. Whether you rent or own your home, as long as you pay your electric bill, you could qualify. There are 3 levels of support available. The first is a home energy kit with upgrades like smart power bars and LED light bulbs. The second includes Energy Star appliances that help keep things cool during the hot summer months. The third is for electrically heated homes so that your power bills don't break the bank during those long Canadian winters. Plus, all upgrades, including installation, are completely free of charge. Visit affordabilityfund.org or call 1-855-494-FUND to find out if you qualify.
When you support the Restore, it helps Habitat for Humanity build affordable housing for families. How does this work? New and gently used goods are donated to the Restore. The sale of these goods generate funds for building homes. For every $1 spent at the Restore, there is a $4 return on investment within our community. For example, Habitat homeowners have better educational outlook, increased employment stability, improved health, and reduction in the use of social services. Every donation and every dollar we receive through the Restore helps build sustainable housing for future homeowners. Everyone needs a foundation to build a future. To find out more and how you can help, drop by the Restore at 32 White Oak Drive or go to habitatsioux.ca.
As a nation, Canada has participated in all of the major world conflicts. In the Sioux area alone, over 10,000 men and women have enlisted in the Canadian Armed Forces. The Veterans Commemorative Monument aims to cement the legacy of the Canadian Armed Forces in stone. It will highlight the bravery, strength, courage, and sacrifice of our servicemen and women. In times of need, they volunteered to serve us. Now it is our time to thank and recognize their sacrifice. You can help honor our men and women of service by donating today. To help construct this special, one-of-a-kind monument, visit thosewhoserve.ca to find out how to donate and more.
Since 1899, the Machine Shop has been a unique space for innovation and creativity. Once a leading pulp and paper company, the Machine Shop was built by Francis H. Clerg, which later became part of St. Mary's Paper in 1984. After the closure of St. Mary's Paper in 2011, the Machine Shop spent 4 years vacant. In 2015, the Machine Shop reopened their doors to the community for the first time. From weddings to galas to concerts and festivals, the one-of-a-kind venue has something for everyone. We are proud to work with the community and local nonprofits to host major events such as Festival of Trees, Pearls and Plaid, an evening at Hogwarts, and more. While you're here, wind down at the Mill Steakhouse and Wine Bar for a quiet dining experience, or watch a game and try a wood fire oven pizza and local draft at the Boiler Room. Don't forget to save room for house-made gelato and baked goods at the Gelato Mill. For more information on the Machine Shop events, history, and restaurants, visit machineshopinc.ca. 3 great places, 1 historic venue.
What a nice way to end the week with my friend Sean Antler. Welcome back to Mornings with Luann and Tim.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
I've known Sean for a long time, mostly through your daughter, Katie, KT Antler, because she's a musician, and actually she's coming back to town.
Yes, she is.
To perform at RotaryFest. So you are the stage director for Stage 1.
That's correct.
Which traditionally has been cover stuff. You actually have some original artists this year.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do.
That's a nice change.
Yes,
eh?
it is. It is.
So last year you tried something new. You did a theme.
Beautiful.
How'd that go?
It went really well. It seemed to go over really well. Everybody was on board with it. RotaryFest Rewind. We brought back old bands. So.
That's right. You brought some of the people who used to perform for Rotary back, right? Some of the familiar names.
Right.
So you decided, let's do a theme again this year.
Yeah.
Okay. So. It's the 50th anniversary of something, right?
Yes, the 50th anniversary of something. I'll give you a hint.
Okay,
here we go.
Used other animals, used to
50th anniversary. I'll tell you what it's not.
Okay, it's not.
Okay, it's not the Apollo 11 moon landing.
Okay, so you're not an astronaut.
No.
This is the 50th anniversary of the moon landing?
Yes. Really? Yes.
I remember my brother was big on that. Okay.
It's not Sesame Street debuting on TV.
Sesame Street debuted 50 years ago. Okay.
Yeah, it's not the introduction of the Pontiac Trans Am.
That's a muscle car.
Yes,
did you ever have one?
Yeah, I did.
Shut up.
I did.
You had a Trans Am?
I did.
You were a hot chick.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, sure.
It's not the Beatles' last performance on the top of the roof of their Abbey Road studios.
It was the Beatles' last performance 50 years ago? Oh, damn that Yoko Ono. And then...
Most importantly, it's not the creation of the Mott's Clamato Caesar.
Damn it, that would have been a great
I know,
festival.
that would have been a great one.
That was from Winnipeg, Manitoba, the Caesar.
Yeah,
So it's none of those things, but you're wearing those glasses. I'm thinking 50 years ago, you're looking, okay, I'm thinking Janis Joplin. Am I close?
You are. You're very close.
What is it?
It is the 50th anniversary of the original Woodstock Music Festival.
That's your theme this year is Woodstock?
Yeah.
That's some of the greatest music in the history of music.
It really is. It really is.
Okay, so how many days is this, does the stage 1, how many days?
Yeah, it's 3 days.
3 days of music?
Next Thursday, Friday, and Saturday.
Do you have to book all these bands, Sean?
I do.
That's a huge... You and Megan Wigmore are very busy people.
Oh, yeah, we start in October, November.
3 days and almost all local talent?
Almost all local talent, yes.
There's only a couple of people you're bringing in from outside of
That's
Cincinnati.
right.
Otherwise,
Give everybody something new and interesting.
And a lot of some theme stuff too on the different nights, right? Okay, so let's start. You begin on the Thursday?
Yes.
July the
18th.
Okay, perfect. I'm on vacation. I always take my vacation Rotary week because I love to cover all the stuff.
Excellent.
So what's going on Thursday? You mentioned the Beatles.
Yes,
it
the
was
Beatles.
their final performance 50 years ago.
Yes, and also the anniversary of their last album together, Abbey Road.
So here's what's going on. Beatles 69.
Right.
What is that?
Rusty McCarthy, our local guru,
Yes.
he came to me with the suggestion of possibly doing a Beatles, and who doesn't love them some Beatles, you know? So
one of the greatest music catalogs in the history of the universe.
Yeah, and our local musicians are just amazing. So Rusty said, why don't I put together a Beatle tribute? So we thank him for doing that.
That's 8 o'clock at night on the Thursday. But the show gets going earlier than that. You start at 6 o'clock.
We start at 6.
You get off work, you go right down to Clerk Park.
Get some ribs, enjoy some music.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So what's going on with Algorithms? That's local, obviously.
Yes.
Algo. Side FX.
Yes.
Encore.
Yes.
At 9 o'clock, I've heard of them. And 10 o'clock Sound Check. That's the Thursday night lineup.
Right.
So music starts at 6 and goes to 11 on Thursday?
Yes.
Okay. And this is free?
It's free. It's free.
All the music is free?
Yeah.
Okay. Then Friday. What's our theme on Friday?
Well, Friday night we were packed with millennials and Gen X bands.
So a little bit
younger crowd. Yeah, younger doesn't necessarily mean a younger crowd. We're hoping that everybody still comes out, but the bands are going to infuse a little bit of younger music in.
We mentioned some of the local musicians doing original stuff.
Right.
Now I know for a fact Odd Man Out.
Yes.
I just interviewed Nick.
Oh, you did?
Nick Roy, yes.
Great.
Very bluesy, very rocky, bluesy kind of. Yeah. Nick is the descendant of Sue Roy, which is so musical in the blood.
Yeah.
Anyway, they're going on at 7 o'clock. They have a brand new CD just released. Today, they're doing it. Stop by at Sue Blasters and check them out.
7 o'clock.
And then check them out on Friday at Jesse Marino. He's been on the show. He's hot.
Oh.
As a musician, he's a hot ticket right now.
Yes, he is, and we're lucky to have him this year. He's a very great self-promoter.
Yeah.
So he called me and said, is there any way I can get on stage 1? Because the last 2 years he's packed stage 2 crowds.
Right.
And I thought, well, why not celebrate some of the creativity in town and let him play on the big stage?
Yeah, because he broke his teeth on the other thing.
He might not be here too long either. He's moving to Toronto.
Heading to Toronto.
You have to get him while
so
we
the
can.
music goes later on Friday. You go to 11?
We go to actually 11:30.
11:30 on Friday. Boneyard. Yes.
Yeah.
Friggin' great rock music.
They are.
10:15 they take the stage. Plus Midlife Crisis, Grip Hook, and Sailor's Tongue.
Yes.
Holy smokes. So, Saturday afternoon you start.
Yes, we start at noon this year.
Holy smokes.
So,
you go noon till midnight?
Noon till midnight.
On Saturday. All free, Clerk Park, stage 1, Sean Adler. Who we got on Saturday?
So I think, in my personal opinion, I think it's one of the best lineups ever. We start out with Obsession. Great Valerie Polly singing. You mentioned that.
Valerie Polly vocals, powerhouse, amazing. Talk about Janis Joplin. There you go.
We start out the show though with Mustang Sally.
Cora Collegiate.
Yes, they've really done some great shows this year.
Did Katie start with the Mustangs? Did she sing with them?
Yes, she did.
She did. She sang with
The
Mustang
original.
Sally.
Yeah.
The original Mustang Sally.
Yeah.
They're still going strong, and we just did a feature on them a little while ago too. Amazing performers.
Great. So
Obsession with Valerie. Lime at 2:00.
Yeah, that's right. They're another young group of high school students making a name for themselves.
Jeff and Judy, Northern Jazz Ensemble, that whole gang. Judy and Jeff Holmes. 3:00 in the afternoon. If you like jazz, you are going to love this. What a great way to spend a Saturday afternoon. Saturday afternoon jazz. Mark Tarantini does tributes.
He's back.
Who's this one?
This one is John Denver, one of the best, greatest solo.
May I? Sunshine on my shoulders makes me happy.
Another
Mark Tarantini, beautiful.
Yeah.
He sells out, eh?
Oh, he does. He's been performing along the North Shore. It's a great show for a Saturday afternoon. Come at 4. Don't miss it.
Wow. Country Road.
Sing along. Yeah.
Sunshine. I said, hey, it's there. Sunshine on my shoulders.
Yeah.
Okay, then we get to the evening, starting at 5:00. Who's up? Midlife crisis. Oh, I'm going through one of those right now. Oh, am I the wrong night, Sean?
Yeah, that's okay.
Take me Saturday. Mustangs. Hey, look at her name.
Page 5.
What happened to page 5? Who's on page 5, Sean?
Anyway.
Scott, what's your name? Sean?
It doesn't really matter.
Katie.
Yes, Katie and Kyle are coming back for the first time since 2014.
She's been gone all that time.
Yeah.
Okay, like powerhouse. Katie Antler and her boyfriend, partner. They've been together how many years?
12 years.
12 years. Kyle McKee.
Yeah, they're coming
I
back.
met Kyle playing guitar.
Oh yeah, he's
a vocalist too.
Oh yes.
Yes.
Multi-talented.
So they're at 5:00. Then what's it? Rusty's back.
So yeah, Rusty's back with the Woodstock show. Now this year, what's happening with our concept is I've asked each of the bands to do a few songs.
Well, he's got Green River up. That's not yet. Rusty McCarthy is doing another show, but hang on.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yes. He put together 10 of our local musicians.
Yeah.
And so he's going to be doing songs that were featured at the Woodstock
Crosby,
Festival.
Stills and Nash, Blood, Sweat and Tears, Joe Cocker, Santana, Melanie, The Band, The Who, Canned Heat, Jimi Hendrix, and Janis Joplin.
Yes.
Sean, all of those people are being paid tribute to?
Yes.
Rusty McCarthy, guys, you can't go wrong.
But the other thing too, Tim, is that all of the bands that are performing this year, I've asked them to play 2 or 3 songs from artists that appeared at Woodstock. So you're going to get a little bit of Woodstock infusion with every band.
You're making up for the fact that you didn't get to go to Woodstock, aren't you?
I didn't. And it's a guilty pleasure of mine. Yeah.
So this is great. Okay, now who are the MTs? They're not local.
No, they're an Ottawa Valley-based band. They play a little bit of everything, multi-genre. And so we're bringing them in to open for the Green River Revival.
And now you can bring that card up with the Green River Revival. So this is your headlining act on the Saturday.
Yes, they're from the down south, the Toronto area, Canada's own. And they build themselves as North America's most authentic sounding CCR band.
Clearwater Revival.
Yeah, who were also at Woodstock.
Amazing!
Yes.
And then, to round out the night for the late night music, up until midnight, Dustin Jones and the Rising Tide. Back to a great local band.
Oh, yes.
Holy smokes. And, of course, there's food on site. And when something's not going on at stage 1, we know you can just take a rundown to check out what's going on at stage 2.
That's right. Absolutely.
Music, 3 days of music. Thank you, Sean Antler.
Thank you, Tim.
Great work. Great lineup.
Thanks.
RotaryFest. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Clerk Park. Check it out. And online, can we find out where online?
Yes. Is
there a Facebook page?
RotaryFest.com.
Oh, and I got the little book in the mail too.
Yes.
Okay,
good.
check it out. And we'll be right back with the Humane Society after this.
Hey Mel, did you know that Algoma University has campuses in Brampton and Timmins?
Really? Did you know that if you're at Algoma University, you're only 14 minutes and 16 seconds away from Maitland Ford Lincoln?
Oh wow, closer than you think.
So I hung my head and I cried. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You'll never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away.
What will your last 10 years look like? Will you be quick enough for a game of tag with your grandchild? Strong enough to embrace every moment? Will you grow old with vitality? Or get old with disease? It's time to decide. The average Canadian will spend their last 10 years in sickness. Change your future at makehealthlast.ca.
Wow. Hi, welcome back. It's Fur and Feathers Friday. Laura, we're talking about Dash, our friend here. So he's just adorable. He's smiling at us. Look at him looking at you and smiling, Laura.
He's an amazing dog.
Okay, so what's Dash's story?
Dash was brought in with a couple of his furry friends.
Okay.
The family just could no longer care for them.
I understand. So they did the right thing.
Absolutely.
They brought him to the shelter. They gave you full information.
We know everything about him.
And what do we need to know?
Dash is a 7-year-old neutered male. He's like an Australian Shepherd Border Collie mix.
I can see the Border Collie for sure, but he's got the hair more of the
the Shepherd. It's
the Shepherd, longer than a Border Collie.
And like he's got that little stubby tail, and he's got a little bit bigger than a.
He does have the stubby tail, hey?
Yeah.
Look at those beautiful big brown eyes. He's really hanging out with you.
Yes, he's a very smart dog.
He's coming to see me now.
He naturally heels, like he wants to walk right on at your side.
Really?
Yeah, he's timid, but that's kind of a breed thing as well. It's not a bad thing.
No, okay. So you said he's 7.
Yes.
Already neutered.
Already neutered.
You said that he had a little bit of fleas and some ear issues, but
his ears were a little gunky.
They're being dealt with.
Yep. Already cleaned, already flea treated.
Because this is what the Humane Society does. They take care of these animals and get them ready to come to your house.
So the only other thing he needs is a little bath.
Well, we're almost out of time already, Laura. So, hi, Luann.
Just like yours.
Yeah, a little bit. I have a little bit of an infection too. I feel your pain, buddy.
You know what?
And you
Dash
said
is gorgeous.
good in any home.
Any home.
Any home.
So other animals, because he was with other dogs. Kids.
I think he'd be good with kids. He might try to herd them if they're a little out of control, but
which moms might appreciate.
Yep.
Laura, thanks for being here. Go adopt Dash. I'm on vacation next week. Goodbye. Have a wonderful weekend.
Have a wonderful week off. We're going to miss you.
All
Thanks,
right.
Laura. Good to see you. Have a great weekend.